Hey there, Chasers. I'm here with Alicia. Can't see her face in it, but that's okay. She's going to put a very thick needle through my ear. And me and Amanda decided to call our friends, Sam and Waverly from 757 Paranormal and Heather from Grey Wolf Luna Paranormal, to take a trip with us to the world famous Blue Horseshoe Tattoo and Piercing in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Take a breath in.
Go check her out in here.
Flat.
Like pain-wise, or? Yeah. Like your side?
Breath in. We're in there.
All right. That wasn't so bad. All right. What is paranormal? Paranormal is the unexplained. There is so much in the world that we are yet to understand, but through technology and determination, we are getting closer to discovering the unknown. We are a group of amateur adventurers who are joining the chase for answers. We are Acid Paranormal. Okay, I'm here with the general manager of the world famous Blue Horseshoe Tattoo and Piercing in Virginia Beach, Andy. We got to talk about your experiences here, man, because you slept here.
Yeah.
And we talked to Spider a little bit ago. She has too.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me what you've had going on here.
Well, I've had a lot of strange stuff from the day I started. You know, you'll hear everything from noises to bangs to stuff you can't explain. When you'll be locking up at night, you'll hear a loud noise, have to go do another walkthrough, make sure there's nobody in here. It never is. Close you get to the door to leave again, you'll hear more noises, kind of escalates, so that's kind of freaky. Heard everything from screams to whistles, you name it. Come in the morning, all the doors have been closed and they were left open the night before. The doors that were closed, they were open, you know, vice versa, that kind of stuff. Had some other really weird stuff happen. Been in my office by myself in the middle of the day where two other artists and an apprentice working. Apprentice up at the front counter, which you can see is pretty far away, you know, and then the two other artists at their light tables. And I'm in my office with the door closed doing paperwork, and somebody would start knocking on the door, so I would start saying, hey, it's open, come in, and it would just gradually keep knocking, and I would gradually keep escalating my voice to the point where, you know, I'm screaming at the door to, you know, hey, it's fucking open, come in, and, you know, I'd rip the door open and nobody'd be there, and then I'd, you know, look down at my artist and be like, hey, was somebody knocking on the door, and they look at me like I'm crazy, and, you know, they didn't hear me screaming or nothing, so, you know, there's stuff like that, and, you know, everybody that's worked here has had something happen to them. So.
Well, and one thing that was interesting tonight was I was supposed to talk to one of your artists, and it seemed like right before the interview he got sick.
Really sick there.
But he had a really cool one happen. It was Thursday, just a couple days ago. Actually, you see, if you can see, I don't know if you can see over the shoulder there. Yeah, kind of behind him is a toolbox. Actually, come this way and we'll get it. The toolbox back over there against the wall. A client was sitting in the tattoo chair over there, and that toolbox popped up and shut. The lid popped up and shut on some. The client saw that, which was cool for us.
I wish it was on camera, but it definitely freaked the client out. And that's his first time client. Never been here before. Didn't know that anything like this was going on. Would have no reason to like lie about it or nothing. And you know, so there's definitely some crazy stuff going on here.
And
so.
what brought us here is originally you came in, the doors were shut that weren't supposed to be shut.
Right.
And so you checked the video, and their cameras at night are set to motion, and there was motion happening all night, you know, throughout the night. So
And it's been consistent, happening. It's not at the same times, and some nights it happens, some nights it doesn't.
Yeah. Some nights there's a lot of activity, a lot of movement in the shop. The timeline will highlight the sections where there's movement, and if it's like, say if it's movement where we come in the daytime, it'll be spotty and everything like that. But there's been nights when all 4 levels have just been lit up, and it's all night. Some nights it's here and there. Some nights it's nothing. So there's definitely something in the shop moving around that the motion sensors are picking up and recording and logging that there's movement at this time, but there's nothing on camera and nobody here.
And we've seen, and hopefully be able to show some of that footage of some movement that we have caught, some shadow play. And it was funny when I first met you and I came in and watched some of that, and I was like, you got something moving there, and you're like, I didn't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, I didn't either, and I didn't want to make it, I thought maybe it was just the camera malfunctioning or something, so, but apparently not.
Yep, so we're going to find out tonight. So thanks a lot,
man.
Andy.
No problem. Hopefully you can validate some of the stuff that's been going on here and
definitely.
make me look less crazy. So, that would be awesome.
Well, got to look less crazy than we do.
Yeah.
All righty.
Sweet, man.
I'm here with Spider now. You are an apprentice here at the shop, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, now tell me about your experiences here.
All right, so, being here late night or just in general, since I've been here, I usually have, weird general feelings, and I actually, may see little things like shadows and figures, or I had a couple experiences. One of my experiences, I think I stayed here one night by myself and tattooed and practiced pig ears. I think it was a Thursday night. I didn't go to sleep at all. I couldn't sleep. I just felt like somebody was like in here with me. I didn't feel like I was by myself.
Like watching over you?
Yeah, like something was watching over me. And then the next following week, I stayed again at night, again, and it was on a Friday. And that Friday when I, stayed again, basically I was tattooing and felt like somebody was leaning over me while I was tattooing. It felt like somebody was like pushing me, and my head kept running to my lamp. I kept like leaning into the lamp, and I would turn around and nobody was there. So when I finally decided to go to sleep and everything, I turned off a couple of lights because I was freaked out by that anyway. So I went to lay down on the couch. One of the couches right over here, and I went to sleep. When I finally fell asleep, I was awakened by something just woke me up, and it was like this ghostly figure over my face. It looked, I can't even explain it, and it looked kind of angry a little bit. It didn't, it looked angry in the face. So, and then I seen it like get, walk away, and I just turned around and went back to sleep because I was like, what the... You probably got it.
Good.
But generally, like I was freaked out by it. I was real spooked. And
Now, did it? I mean, I know it creeped you out, but did you feel threatened by it? Or did you feel like it was more of a, dude, listen to me?
Yeah, that's how it. Yeah, and I
trying
was
to get your attention.
It did feel like that. It wasn't nothing threatening at all.
Okay.
And then the other day when we just got the new apprentices, we were up there at the front counter, and one of the big pictures that's up there, he just put that up there. It just fell down all of a sudden by itself. Wow. It just. It's been a couple crazy things.
And just to let you guys know, when she said tattooing pig ears, she wasn't like actually tattooing pig ears onto someone.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead. It's a dead animal that's used as
they use pig skin because it's relative to human skin to practice tattooing. But all right, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm here with Zach, who's an artist here at the shop. How long have you been an artist?
8 years.
8 years.
No, I've been here for a year and a half.
A year and a half. So you've been here through some of the interesting stuff that's going on.
Oh, most definitely.
Tell me about some of your experiences.
From the gate, when I first started, it was just like little eerie feelings when I'd be closing, late at night or whatever. A couple of times I'd been going into the sterilization room, done mopping and everything. And it was like something runs up behind me. You can kind of feel the momentum, and you hear like the little skirt in the shoe, almost. Like you hear it. It echoes in here when no one's out here. And you turn around, nothing. The whistling, like you guys said, we've heard that a couple of times. We've walked out and closed the shop up. Everything's closed. No one's here. We've heard a loud like scream echo through the whole shop one night. I mean, like, you could feel it. And we came through, looked through everything. I closed that door, heard bangs. Usually have a door that's not on the hinges back there in the very back closet. It's fallen over a couple of times for no reason. But you go back there because you hear the same boom that you thought you heard. The door's still standing. So, I mean, yeah, I've heard some numerous things. I've felt some stuff. Had a client tell me not too long ago about the toolbox. And I think about
so that just popped open and shut.
Yes.
It just like kind of got flipped up.
Yeah, I'm tattooing and she's looking at the toolbox, you know, or in the direction. And she's, you know, I heard the clank. And I was like, huh, what was that? She's like, I think that toolbox just opened and closed if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, what? And I look over there, it's closed. It's always closed. It's never standing up. She would never leave her toolbox open like that.
A spider toolbox, right?
Right, exactly. So yeah, we had someone else tell me that, and then I think like a day or two after that, I'm in that old booth, and I just so happened to look up. I mean, it looks like a silhouette of legs, just from the waist down, walking by. And then Spider comes in a couple hours later, wearing tight black pants. Exactly what I saw. I mean, I didn't see no Nike logo, but I mean, I could just see it like as soon as I lifted up over that granite. I just saw it was somebody walking, and I seen like a reflection in the granite. No, it was in front of me, not a reflection. So I was like, wow, that's pretty nuts.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see what we can find here. And thanks a lot, Zach. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, man.
Anytime.
We'll try to help you guys out.
All right.
Hey there, Chasers. We're back here at the world famous Blue Horseshoe Tattoo and Piercing in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I know there's a buzz. It's the lights. We have like the old school gymnasium lights in here. So I'm going to try to take that out as best I can in post. One thing I did want to say before we get started, a lot of things, a lot of you watch TV shows on this, and obviously we don't have a production crew and everything like that for this. So one thing you don't see is how long evidence analysis actually takes. And for people like us who have day jobs and other things that we do, it takes even longer. And we had about 70 to 80 hours worth of video and audio to go through for this investigation. And you think about, 10 cameras total and our digital recorders and everything. So it actually was weird. I, messaged Andy and Tammy, the owner here, and I was like, hey, how about we do it this Sunday? And today I went and looked back at my recordings, and I looked at the date on the recordings. We're actually here a year to the day of the investigation, which is pretty crazy. It's kind of crazy it happened that way. But yeah, we're here again with Andy and Heather from Grey Wolf Luna, and of course Amanda from Acid, and I'm Cody. Waverly and Sam couldn't make it, and Tammy couldn't make it either. So, how things work sometimes with these, it's you gotta be kind of fluid. But Andy hasn't seen any of this evidence yet. I told him a little bit about it, but not everything. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see his reactions to this. It was an interesting night. We got some responses to stuff. We did find out because I had cameras back here. We're back in the back room, and we did find the scariest evidence we could from that couch over there. Andy snores.
Very loudly.
But he was crashed out on the couch all night. While we were in and out of here too. I don't know how he stayed asleep the whole time, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. We did get some responses and stuff. Unfortunately, we got no video evidence. Whatever they have here is rather elusive and mischievous. At the end of our night, when we packed up, we had our last bags on our shoulders. We're standing around talking, getting ready to leave, and the double doors start swinging on the cleansing room right next to us, and we're like, "Oh, great, thanks!" Right after the cameras go off.
After everything's broke down, yeah.
So, this place has a way of, or whatever's here has a way of doing that. Just kind of messing with us a lot. Anytime we hear the flash art rustle, because they have the flash art, kind of like you see the posters at Walmart, where you go through the posters. They have flash art up like that. You hear that rustle, you turn your camera, it stops. Hold your camera on, it does nothing. You turn the camera away, it starts rustling.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. It was pretty crazy. But we're gonna start by showing you. We're gonna cut to a couple of things that got us here in the first place. When I first started talking with Andy about coming here, and he was telling me the things they'd heard, the things they'd seen, and then he actually texted me and said, "Hey, my door just opened to my office," and I was like, "Oh, okay," and it's a heavy door, it's a glass door, etched glass or frosted glass, but and you and Tammy are the only ones with the code, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it has to be opened with a code from the outside. Tammy wasn't here, and he was sitting in his office in this video, and you've seen it, of course.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, you see him sitting here, obviously, counting the day's money and doing what he does, and the door is right across there, up in the, towards the upper right hand corner. So he's just sitting here chilling out, and I'll show you the video in a second of the hallway to show you, or the main tattooing area where the door leads to, because we had some interesting things happen with that video. But there was only one tattoo artist working at the time, and there were some people there watching the tattoo. And there it is. The door opens by itself,
Yeah.
and Andy looks up like, yeah. And what this video doesn't show, I cut it off there a little bit, but he. Andy looks up, and then he goes, just like that. Gets up, you see him taking pictures of it.
Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird.
Yeah, and like I said, you have to have that code. And so I made sure I watched that outside video. We gotta make sure everybody's integrity.
That's the thing too. I can see the outside on the screen next to me, from the camera that's out there. So like I'm looking at it and I see that nobody's on the other side of the door or walking away from it or anything like that.
Yeah, and there was, like I said, one artist working. There was an apprentice up front. There was spiders up front, and the other artist that was working that day was out getting his lunch. And about 3 minutes later, you see him walk in with his lunch down to his booth. So it wasn't him. But here's the other, the outside video. So what's crazy about this video is, you see the three girls watching the tattoo, and the artist there, getting ready to work. Now, if you watch the timestamp in the top corner, top corner, and Andy's door is all the way down there in the upper right corner. You see that, and there it is. It's skipped.
Yeah.
It's skipped. We watched it over and over again on his monitor.
Yeah.
Watched it over. And then I saved it on my flash drive. I took it home, put it in my computer, went to watch it. That 20 seconds there was missing.
4 times.
Yeah, I came back here 4 times to try to
Yeah,
resave
and
it.
it's missing on the timeline on the main drive for the videos too. So
Yeah, but we were able to watch it, but we
Yeah.
couldn't save it.
Yeah.
That was really crazy. So it just skipped that 20 seconds of when the door opened. And I mean, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's messing with us. It's a tech savvy spirit. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. That was pretty crazy. So yeah, I thought that was really cool when I saw the door open, and I was like, okay, we got to get this. I got to bring this in and really analyze it, look closely at it. And I mean, there's nothing that would make that door open. We played with that door a bunch of times, trying to see if you can just shut it a little bit, and it immediately opens on its own because it's so heavy. You can't just hold it, and it wouldn't sit there at all.
And once it's closed, it latches pretty good too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, and I did that too. I pulled on it and try to play with it that way, and it was pretty crazy. So we weren't able to debunk that at all. So chalk that one up to somebody messing with Andy again.
Pretty much.
So we're gonna go to this first piece here. Was interesting. I was in this room. This before we were still setting up, and Tammy and her daughter Taylor were here. They were over on this side of me, on the couch over here. There was that tall table behind you there where the camera's sitting was sitting about where this table is. And I had my recorder sitting up on that table. And I'm standing over here in the middle of the room. I couldn't even reach my recorder from where I was. And I'm telling Tammy Taylor about our investigation at Crawford Road. And it was, so like I said, we're still setting up. We hadn't even started investigating, but I like to get the recorder going early. And this is what we caught there. There's 2 EVPs in this one. We'll let Andy listen to them for the first time here and see what he can gather from it. Oh yeah, flip those around. There you go. All right.
Is the airman, 21 years old, a week away from getting a senior airman stripe. got robbed at a 7-Eleven at gunpoint. They took him
You
in his
hear
own
it
truck,
behind me?
$60 out of his
Yeah.
wallet, took him to ATM, made him pull out 200.
Take it
But
back.
other than that, we didn't really get much. So we went down there and we took turns 2x2
It's so weird.
at the cross.
Yeah.
We got like 10 EVPs into that in an hour.
But what I caught from that one, because the is rather obvious.
Yeah, but it's like,
I had to listen to that, and Amanda listened to it over and over again.
yeah, it's really strange.
And I don't know if Heather heard that one.
The airman,
Yeah,
21
she
years
hadn't,
old.
she hadn't heard a lot of this evidence either. So,
Got robbed at a 7-Eleven
See what she
at
thinks.
gunpoint. They took him in his own truck, took $60 out of his wallet, took him to ATM, made him pull out 200. But other than that, we didn't really get much. So we went down there and we took turns 2x2 at the
You catch it?
cross, and we got like 10 EVPs into that in an hour.
You catch the whisper behind me?
Yeah,
The first one?
there's two people. They're talking.
Yeah.
There's two quiet
But
whispers,
the one.
and then you hear the other one. He turns, and you hear, yeah.
Yeah,
The first one though, the first real long whisper, because we listened to it over and over again, and what we caught off that was,
yeah,
it was like saying my name, and when I heard, I was like,
right.
well, and I called Amanda over, and I'm like, this is it. So yeah, we listened over and over again, trying. The was too obvious. I mean, that's
Right.
You know,
yeah,
that's-
that was loud.
yeah, it was really loud. Amanda and Heather, you guys, now we're getting into the actual investigation part when we started going, and I know you had an experience in the piercing room. Because we actually talked about it before this next clip. We were talking about your experience there.
I've already had two experiences while we're waiting. While he was listening with the headphones, I just saw a torso walk between the boxes towards the door. You'll probably catch me looking and staring off, and it's not my
Camera
contact.
behind you too, so
Yeah. Well, and then when I was coming in earlier, I told when I said at the door, you didn't hear me say, but he talked to me. That's why I said the man's there again, right next to the door.
Yeah.
And when he was first sitting down, I was standing up behind you, and in here, he whispered in my ear, and he's been talking to me. He's like, "Would you just tell him my name is George? My name's George. George. He wants to be called George." So there you go.
okay. But when you were in the piercing room, you were sitting in the chair and you caught a shadow behind you in the mirror, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw somebody walk up, and I was waiting for it to be one of you guys, and it wasn't. It was taller and thinner, which the rest of us really are. But yeah, I figured it was either Andy or one of the girls that, or I don't know if Spider was still here.
No,
or
it was
not.
just Andy was here.
Just Andy, yeah. We knew he was in the back room, yeah. And yeah, we came to check on him, and he was out snoring.
Yeah, and then that's actually where we come with this one here. I probably have to play this at least twice for you, but so she's explaining that to us, and this is what happened in the middle of that explanation, because I kind of cut her off. When stuff happens, you're like immediate. We got to run to it. It's always run to it in this when you're investigating. Run to it, never dude run. But yeah, so this one's pretty interesting here.
Reflecting in the mirror, I see the bar. Okay, I see you now. So it would have been over there, but it kind of went.
I don't know. What was that bump? Did anybody else hear that? A bump? The bump, bump.
Yeah.
I heard it went, right?
What was it, like the pool table?
Was it the pool table? Okay, now you heard what we said.
Yeah.
Okay, so the camera's actually, the video you're seeing is the actual, at the time of this happening, what we're talking about. And the camera's pointed at the pool table, because we're all like, hey, was that the pool ball? So go ahead and put them back on and see if you hear them right towards the beginning of it.
Reflecting in the mirror, I see the bar.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I see you
That's
now.
nuts.
Yeah.
You can literally hear the balls.
Yeah, that's an unmistakable sound.
Wow. That's crazy.
So
you can literally hear the balls collide. Yeah.
Yep. So after that, we all, and I cut Heather off. I'm like, let's run over here. I was like, did you guys hear that? Somebody else said it was at the pool balls.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we all heard it at the same time. So yeah, we ended up running back up to the pool table, and I'd taken a picture of the pool balls earlier in the night to make sure nothing would move, and nothing had moved. So we just got the sound of the pool balls.
One of the things I always said too, it's like whatever is here mimics noises a lot. Like when you guys said that you heard it sounded like furniture or something moving around back here. Well, the day before you guys came in to do this, I was back here moving furniture around, to get everything ready for you guys to come in. And I just thought that was strange that you would say that, it sounded like somebody was dragging a couch around back here, because I was literally doing that 6 hours before you came.
And that's kind of what we're getting from this too. Like I said, it's kind of mischievous, and
Yeah, it's
mimicking
weird.
sounds would be part of that. So this we talked actually both with you and Zach talked about the whistles that we're picking up, or that you guys were hearing here, and we wanted to play with that some, and we didn't even have to really. They kind of started on their own, but we're sitting there and we caught. I mean, we could hear them with our own ears. This wasn't just EVPs. This was stuff that came up, and we could hear it, and it kept me running back and forth up and down the tattooing area because it was moving. It kept moving on me. So here's the first one here. See if you can hear it on that. That was me. Yes. Whoa.
What was that back here?
That was right in here. I enhanced the audio there. So when the audio is enhanced, that's when you'll hear it. That was me. Yes. Whoa.
What was that back here?
That was right in here.
What is all that?
That's where the audio. I enhance the audio. I make that part louder so you can hear the whistle.
Yeah, it's like you can hear it faintly, like in the background.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
But we heard it.
Yeah.
So then we continue with. We actually got 4 separate audio clips of
different whistles.
Yeah. So here's the next one. It's pretty crazy. We were hearing them throughout the night. We were talking about a baseball bat.
Embrace. Somebody just whistled?
Yeah. You said did somebody just whistle?
Yeah.
No. We were talking about a baseball bat.
That's weird, man. That's so weird. That is creepy.
Isn't it?
Embrace.
That's what you're hearing.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
Somebody just whistled?
Yeah. You said did somebody just whistle?
Yeah.
No. But so and Amanda was sitting at control center the whole most of the time, especially when this stuff was happening. So she was all the way back at the back of the tattooing area. That's where we were set up. And so she would turn around when she heard it, and we were scattered around the room.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm glad you guys heard that too, because there'd be times you'd be like whistling to a song or something, you'd stop, and then you think somebody else just kind of carried on with it, but nobody's lips are moving or nothing. You're like, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't add up.
All right, well here's number 3.
Okay.
Who's that?
That's loud.
Who whistled? Who just whistled? That came from that direction. Yes, it did. Who's that?
That's loud. That's weird. That's really loud.
Who whistled?
That's weird.
That came from that direction.
That's pretty creepy.
Now, Amanda, before we do the last one, what were you experiencing in the night?
A little this, a little that. It just kind of always felt like somebody was right on top of you, but you would turn and there would be nobody there.
Yeah.
But you could definitely feel that they were just as curious about us being here as we were about them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got a lot of that too, because when Andy first called me in, or Tammy called me, she's like, call my general manager. You got to talk about this. So I came in to check the place out, and because I hadn't been in this store before, I've actually known Tammy for like 17 or 18 years. We've known each other a long time, and so she messaged me. She's like, "Here, call this guy," and so I came in to check the place out because I'd been to the old store. You guys, how long have you guys been in here?
This shop here, we've been here about 5 years. So,
Okay.
Yeah, because we were over on the London Bridge before that for a long time.
And that's the one I've been in before. When Tammy's mom was get texted. So yeah, I came in here and I mean, I felt stuff going on. And I'm hearing everybody's stories, and it was kind of funny because once people knew why I was here, it was kind of, oh well, you got to hear this,
Yeah. People coming out of the woodwork.
This is what's happened to me here, and so yeah, it was pretty constant stories with people. People get touched on the head.
Well,
and
I
stuff
think
like that.
that's too. I mean, because after you guys came in, like everything was just ramped up here like 1,000%, and I think a lot of it is because people were talking to each other and comparing notes and stuff like that. So we were paying more attention to it, and a lot of the weirder, crazier stuff happened right after the investigation with the toolbox. You know what I mean? Just a lot of weird stuff. So I called you the one day too about the trash can lid, all that stuff. So I mean, it definitely was. It was pretty crazy after the investigation too for a while. So.
Yeah. Well, let's do this last whistle here. This is the last piece we got. So yeah, check this one out.
That's weird. I heard it that time. That's wild, man. I can't believe you got so many different whistles.
Yeah, I mean, they were in response to what we were doing, and I thought that was really cool. It's cool when you get a response to things, and I mean, the EVPs there. I mean, it said my name, and that totally flipped me out when I heard that because. I mean, now I've been in and out of here a lot, talking with you guys and just kind of checking in because things were constantly happening after that first time I came in, and so I was, and I would be in the area, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stop by and see what's going on in the shop today, and so yeah, every time I came in, it was, oh yeah, this is what happened last night. We got more movement on the cameras, and so it was pretty crazy. It was kind of a unique investigation, I think, because we're used to a lot, doing places with a whole bunch of rooms, usually like some kind of house or some kind of business of some sort, prisons or whatever. So being mostly in one room, I think was kind of unique. One that threw us off, I know, throughout the night was the light in the bathroom, the motion light in the bathroom back there.
They'll get you.
So we had a couple things we kind of had to look back at and debunk. It was like, oh wait, I've been out of there for like 10 minutes, and there was a the light was still on, or the light was on, and it should be on after that long. And then we go back and look, and somebody else had walked in, And so you got those are the things you got to look for. You got to debunk first, So what do you guys think? What's your verdict?
There's something here.
Oh, there's definitely something here, but it's nothing threatening. It's just somebody that's really curious, and like if Spider, if anybody else has that feeling that they're just on you, just say, dude, just back up a bit. That I need some space. If you want to watch me, that's cool. But talk to him. I think you'll have a little bit. You feel more comfortable. I think you'll feel at ease.
Yeah, and I definitely think beyond the curious, I'm thinking more mischievous. From what we were getting, like I said, with the stuff happening after the cameras are off or when the camera's pointed away from something.
Well, he's got a sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
it definitely knows when it's on camera, and it knows what it can do and not be on camera. So
yeah. So weird. I mean, feel free to come here and get tattooed and not worry about it. It's not going to mess with you. It hasn't messed with anybody getting tattooed.
No, yeah.
It hasn't. There's been nothing unsafe happen. Like I said, it's just messing with people, and and of course when you guys first start, stuff first starts happening like that, you get freaked out. You're like,
yeah, definitely get a little crazy.
I mean,
You know?
and we talked about it in other videos and stuff where, people hear paranormal or they hear haunt, there's so many negative connotations with it because, I mean, come on, every movie that's paranormal or haunted is negative. Well, I mean,
The Hollywood version.
except for
Yeah,
like Casper or
Right.
stuff like
No,
that.
that makes sense. That makes
They're
sense.
just trying to get your attention. It's just a friend that you can't see.
Yeah, basically.
Good way to look at it.
Definitely is. And so yeah, definitely come here. Okay, I have to say this on a personal note on Blue Horseshoe because um, I knew the owners from, like I said, forever, and the place has top notch artists. Just some amazing work comes out of this place. Really does.
If you want a good quality tattoo or piercing, this is definitely the spot to do it.
And I mean, the
Sure.
guy who started this place was a soldier on the front line of getting tattooing legal here. So it was, he's kind of legendary in the area when it comes to it.
Pretty much. I mean,
So it's definitely an awesome place to get tattooed. I'll tell you this, and we're in the back room now, so you're seeing stuff scattered all over the place, kind of storage spot. It's one of the cleanest tattoo parlors you ever walk into. It really is.
We helped write the health code, all that stuff.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, they helped with all that. So, and that was part of it too. Is he wanted to help. Yeah, we need to make it legal, but let's make it right.
Right. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So, come in here and get a tattoo or a piercing.
Yeah. Say you saw the video, we'll give you 15% off, man. Come on.
Hey, there you go. How about that? Didn't see that coming. All right. So, but yeah, definitely thank you, Andy, so much.
No problem. Thanks for coming out, guys. I really appreciate it. It was awesome.
Yeah, this place has definitely got stuff going on, and you know what? That's the thing too. Some people just want to go to a haunted place and check it out.
Yeah.
And who knows what we'll do in the future with this place? I got to talk to you and Tammy about some cool stuff we may be doing later on.
Cool.
So yeah, comment on the video. Let us know what you guys thought of this. Let us know if you heard something different or anything like that, or saw something different.
Well, if you've been here and have had your own experience, let us know.
Yes, please do. If you had something happen here and didn't really tell them, because like a lot of people do, you have an experience and don't want to tell anybody.
Everybody thinks
You're
I'm
not
crazy.
crazy.
Yep. But I think we kind of helped Andy not sound so crazy.
Yeah,
anymore.
definitely. I appreciate that. 100%, man. You guys were a big help, man. It really was. I think it calmed everybody down too. The fact that we brought you guys in to make sure everything was okay.
And that's what we see. Yeah, that's one of the main things we try to do. We're here to help people. At the same time, we're researchers. We're trying to figure out why these things are happening, and for some reason, that seems to be the only thing they never want to tell us. So, but we're going to keep pushing and pushing as the technology keeps moving on. Try to do more and more with more technology and try to figure out really what's happening here and happening everywhere that has spirit activity. So, we'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you later. Be excellent to each other.